All right. So go ahead and kick it off, Fishing, because I know you got a lot to say, and we talked about this a little bit on the revamp stream about this same exact thing. But go ahead, kick it off.
All right, I'm gonna try to start it off easy. So,
He said, "Just
Baby
a tip."
Gronk is a social figure right now. He's a social media figure. He's one of the biggest names of a kid this age that we know. He's 10 years old. His dad has been promoting, emailing Barstool, Bussin' with the Boys, Coach JB. He's emailing,
Pat McAfee.
DMing everybody, trying to get interviews. He's trying to make his kid more popping than he already is, which he's already very, very popping on Instagram. Just because he just is who he is. He goes to schools. He takes visits. He apparently has official offers. I don't know if that's true or not, but this kid has been one of like a phenom in college football right now, and he's 10 years old. So how do you evaluate a 10-year-old? How do you know how big the 10-year-old will grow, how he will develop, whether it's skill or physical ability or just his actual physical self? That's something that you can't answer. As far as Coach JB, I think Coach JB is the first big actual like platform that's interviewed him, and they went in on him. Look, and it's mainly his dad. It's not Baby Gronk. Baby Gronk cannot say words for himself. It seems very staged, very programmed. Who knows the kid personally because we haven't seen it just because it's been on, these platforms, like I said. But his dad seems to be. I hate to beat it. Well, no, I don't. His dad is very money hungry. I mean, he's admitted that he wants followers. He wants everything about it to be socially acceptable, and he wants to grow the platform above anything, above being good at football. He wants that to be the main focus of benefiting his son. He says he works hard. He says he coaches people on social media, which maybe it may be true and maybe he does, but the question really is to me, and I don't think anybody will ever know, but how much money that he makes off of Baby Gronk goes into his pocket and how much goes into Baby Gronk's future. We don't know that. And lastly, I guess I'll just say Matt McChesney, when he interviewed him on on JB's show, he caught him in various situations where he realized that he was not even – Not only did Baby Gronk not love football like that, or didn't have the grind of being an actual elite college player, or much less NFL player like that, but he caught him in a lot of ways just by certain sentences that he said that showed that he was all about
Moolah?
Dante? Yeah, anybody? Money.
The money? Money?
Yes.
Money. It's like biddies,
y'all's opinions. I think that was actually kind of timid from me, but
you? Nah.
No,
Yeah.
what do y'all think, Hayden and Sor? Because after Fishing marinates on this a little bit, I know he about to go in. So
Okay. I do not care whatsoever about Baby Gronk. I don't care because I know it's a publicity stunt, and we're gonna forget about him in 2 years. So I just don't care.
Bro, again, it seems like this dude's been around for 5 years, and he's 10. He's what, 10 now? Like this dude, I feel like this dude's been 10 for 5 years. Looking at this now, because you've got guys like but some of the screenshots we saw were Taylor Lewan to get on to whatever the pod, Matt Bussin' with the Boys with Taylor Lewan and Will Compton. I'm trying to look at other
Pat McAfee.
people. Ashley Brewer on ESPN. Paige Spiranek, who's made me a fan of golf now, by the way. That's a fan of golf. But yeah, no, it's 100% just them trying to get money, because you even got and I forgot who posted this in the Discord, but it was like a TikTok of whatever of that LSU gymnast Livy Dune or whatever.
Oh yeah,
being like, oh, we convinced Baby Gronk to commit to LSU. Cool, the dude's 10. And I don't know if you saw the dad's response, but it was like, his goal is to go to the NFL, but the NFL is rare. It's hard to make. So my goal is to build him a platform and a following where he's making money now, and it's going into a savings account.
BS.
I'm calling bull on that. That's just the excuse of like, oh, well, we all know, like how Dion said, your education come first because only 1% of y'all are going to be in the NFL. So he's kind of taking that right now, and he's going to be like, I'm going to mold this into an excuse. Let's build the platform now while he's 10. And, if the NFL doesn't work, pay off college, or here you go. You're now set up for the future. Definitely. Yeah. No, it's all just to get money now. And dad's probably pocketing like a good chunk of it as a quote unquote management contract.
Yeah, I want to play a little bit of Coach JB's show just to kind of
because I haven't seen that. I haven't seen what JB's response was.
Give you guys a little bit of context. So, JB's obviously on the top left. Jeff Nadu from he used to be part of Barstool. He's got himself into a little bit of trouble. Mm-hmm. Right below Jeff Nadu on the bottom right.
Do you see that fade that dude's got? Yeah, oof. I'd fire him too for that.
I'm actually on his side the more and more I look at things, but Baby Gronk's dad is right below Jeff Nadu, and then Matt McChesney is on the bottom left. So if you guys know anything about Matt McChesney, big offensive lineman, owns his own camp and everything. He tries to help kids out, get them recruited. Like, he goes about it the right way. He doesn't boast about it. So
yes, he teaches little kids the same exact age, and he's about teaching and instilling work into the kids. That's why he gets so passionate about it, because that's just what he does. Like, he instills the culture into the kid before they even know what culture is, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
So, but yeah.
All right, let's see.
Your kid is going to take grown man questioning now. You understand that, right? I'm trying to get him ready for I take him to football camps. Youth camps don't mean nothing, but just for him to be in the experience and the atmosphere is good for the kids. I believe when we go to the grown man questions, you got to be able to talk, man, to make your way in the world. I saw him how to shake a man's hand, look him in the eye. Be respectful. The way they see you in person, that's how they're going to take you. And I believe in old school ways, man. You got to be.
So this is after, for context, this is after Matt McChesney and all of them had spoke to Baby Gronk as well. And
yep.
And even Matt's, go back and go watch the video. Matt even did they handled it the right way. And I even tweeted at Matt and them. I was like, this whole interview, you guys did it the right way.
Look the man in the eye, shake his hand, and whenever the opportunity.
Because to me, and did you get this feeling, Fishing? Coach JB and all these dudes are not doing this for the clout of having it on the show. They're really trying to. I think they're really trying to help. And this did not scream clout chasing to me at all.
No, not at all, bro. Not at all. I mean, honestly, and you can see when Matt McChesney says his last words. I don't know if it's even in this clip, but you had to go and watch it. But when you hear Matt McChesney's last words, okay, yeah, bet you'll listen to it.
That's why I clicked it on this right here.
Okay, yeah.
When he's older, if he's that kind of player, then he'll be ready for the spotlight. He'll be ready to talk. He'll be ready to meet these coaches, and they look at that stuff, dude. At the combines, they look at the family, everything else. Now that we got the whole
he's shaking his head the whole time.
We really don't have to do much, man, but just post, dude.
Time out. You just said that you got the whole world's attention, and now you don't have to do much but post. And that one comment is my entire problem with this entire thing.
What is it though?
Well, now that you've got everyone's attention, all you got to do is post. Now that you've gotten everyone's attention, you better go to work, dog, because you got the biggest target on your 10-year-old in the history of football. And if he can't play, it's going to fall. What's funny? I don't think it's funny. I think if you don't get ready for football, you're food to real people.
No, but that's what I'm saying, though. The kid can play, though.
Jesus Christ, bro.
Said you're food.
If you're sitting across from Matt McChesney as he's saying this, bro, that would just scream at your heart bleeding at bro. Like, when he says stuff, he means it, bro.
Well, what's funny? I don't think it's funny. I think if you don't get ready for football, you're food to real people.
No, but that's what I'm saying, though. The kid can play, though. Everything's covered. That's what I'm saying.
No one's saying he can't. You just said, though, you legitimately said on your own that now that we've done all the hard work, which is getting him recognized, and I think the hard work is everything you do when the camera's not on you.
No, I'm talking about the internet. I leave the internet alone now. I don't, now we go to work. Now we just work and do what he really does. The internet's there, dude. We post a picture. Hey, I'm good. I'm working in the off season. Now it's like like a professional's IG. It's just there, dude. But the name's already made. Now we go to work. That's what I want to do. All I want to do with him is do what he wants to do and be around him, bro. The internet don't really mean nothing to me. It means something to everybody else.
That's my problem right there. When he says,
pause that.
The internet doesn't mean anything to me. Like, bro, then why is this all splattered everywhere?
But he just said 10 minutes ago, not even 20 seconds ago, he said, it's already built. We don't got to do nothing now. And then Matt McChesney said, well, no, this is the time you got to work. And he said, no, yeah, it's already there. That now all we're going to do is work. It's like a contradiction in a 20-second span right there to where
what's the thing we say?
It just tells you everything about what you need to know.
What position does this kid, Baby Gronk, play? I'm assuming tight end. If anything,
he plays receiver.
He plays both sides.
He needs to be cornered the way that his dad's backpedaling right now.
But this is the thing, and I'll say it right here on the forum because I said it on the revamp stream. None of these dudes, Jeff, Coach JB, Matt, none of these dudes brought up this point, but I did. And I know they didn't want to say it in front of him because the kid was sitting there in the background. They said a lot of
pop up.
Well, yeah, they're in the hotel room, even if the girl is there. But like, they said a lot of stuff that he had heard that was the truth. But the one thing is, they're not going to try to scare him, so they kind of had to watch what they said too. Like, they're going to be straight up with them, but they had to watch what they were saying with him in the room. But I'm sure Matt and Coach JB especially would have been like, bro, because they already kind of alluded to it. But what I was saying is, you got kids like me that grew up playing in the dirt and the gravel, getting hit without pads. When I tell you, the coach told us, if we find that y'all playing football in the offseason without pads, you ain't playing on this team. We was like, we don't care. We played anyways, and that's where we learned what a real hit was. We got probably so many concussions at that point, drinking out the water hose, like staying out for like 6-7 hours at a time with our boys playing, like we was on unlimited lives, bro. They are not going to say this. And the thing is, and he's not even playing tackle football, he's playing 7-on-7. As soon as he gets to high school and he goes against that one freakish athlete kid that's been hearing about this dude his whole life, he's going to clap this dude over the middle of the field, and Baby Gronk going to be on the ground like saying, man, maybe I should have played baseball for real. Like, there's some real dudes out there, man.
Yes. And you saying that is a great point, because that's what that to the same point you brought up earlier. Coach JB, all three of these dudes up here, they're worried about the kid. And JB said it towards the end of the interview. He said, my worry is that this kid's going to be very overhyped, be overblown, and then once he gets to that actual age and kids are bigger than him, even if they're not bigger than him and they hit them, like you said, he's going to get a reality shock or get hurt, can't match up against them, not ready for it. And then what do you tell your kid that you've built up for all these years? Like Sora said, he's been on the internet for 4 years already. So, I mean, and he's 10. So once he gets to be a freshman, I mean, it's a detriment to the kid, to me. And I look, I'll just say this. His dad is marketing at an amazing level, and it's nothing that Coach JB and everybody didn't say. And I think it's in some weird way, it's a good thing. But in this sense, it's not, because now there's going to be so much expectation. This kid's going to get let down, and I hope he does good. But if he does get let down and he gets crunched as a freshman or as a senior in high school, or same with college or a rookie in the NFL, it doesn't matter. What's going on right now, especially the interviews and all the attention on him, there is no way that stuff that happens when you're 9-10 years old does not affect your life. And all this pressure is detrimental. Unless pressure makes diamonds in some situations, but this just doesn't seem the same way. This is setting this kid up for failure, and it's exploiting the kid. And I really have a problem with it.
I mean,
it's
to
be positive.
And I'll probably rewind it so you can see Matt McChesney going in on him a little bit, because I think this is a super important conversation from here on out with how social media is for every single kid that's going to come out with a little bit of talent. Because a lot of kids don't develop until they get to high school to be a beast. Like, I'll tell you right now, when I was playing Pop Warner, we went undefeated one season, and half of it was because of me and that dude I was telling you about named Tyler Curley, bro. Like, we care, like me, him, and this guy Vince, and probably Justin. We all carried this team, but I was like 5'10" in high school, and I didn't grow an inch. And when I got to high school, I was tall as hell in middle school, and people are like, "Why is this guy?" Like, there was literally parents like, "Is he old enough to be playing?" You know, is he older than these other kids? Because I was so big. But when I got to high school, everybody took a growth spurt and got a little bit different. The kids that you thought that sucked got a little bit of size, and then they became good. Like, Matt asked a good question. How you know he's gonna be 6'6"? You know, going to be in high school. He might be 5'7" his whole life. Just because he's big and tall right now, he might have my syndrome. He might be taller and bigger than everybody, and as soon as he get to high school, he don't grow an inch.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's what I was going to bring up. He's going to be that one kid who peaked in middle school that everyone thought would be the next coming in the NFL from their school, but just in reality, get passed by the scrawniest kid in their grade in high school.
Well, it happens all the time.
You can't, and this is the whole problem. You can't say that now. You can't say he's just going to be a bust. He's not ever going to be nothing. But you also can't say he's going to be the greatest thing ever either. Like, that's the whole problem with this whole entire thing. That's the problem.
Well, and even you were talking about him getting popped as a freshman or a senior. What if there's another person that's just like, that's already his stature in middle school, and then he gets popped at, like, I don't know, we'll say 6th grade. You're what, like 11, 12 at that point? You're still, developing your brain. You're not even a teenager yet. So now, you're still going through not to make this health class, you're still going through all those changes with your bodies. You don't know how to feel, all this stuff, blah, 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 blah. If there's another dude like him on the other line, if he gets absolutely popped, what you think that's going to do to his, like, 6th, 7th grade mind?
Trust me. This is a good point. Go ahead, Hayden.
Like you're saying, he's in like 6th, 7th, 8th grade, gets popped because that's when I think they can start doing tackle football, and he gets a couple concussions. That's gonna like have an effect on his actual like brain itself and have an effect on him.
I'm not even talking about concussions. I'm just saying what's going to happen if it's the exact same dude, the same height, same weight as him. So let me tell you, bro, I don't know what they put in the formula in this generation, bro, but them 6th, 7th graders are like 6 feet now.
The thing is,
and if this dude even gets popped, not even like him getting hurt mentally and affecting his pride, as a 6th, 7th grader, that's going to mess this dude up even before.
Well, it's like what I used to tell kids when I used to coach. Here's the thing. Kid comes into camp, right? But been doing all these workouts. This is why I was trying to tell Manny, too. You could do the ladder drill. You could be on a jug machine, all that stuff, all you want to. There's going to be one dude that's better than you that's going to make you regret even trying to play this and reevaluate. Because you could do this is what's happening with this kid right now. Not playing tackle football, but doing all these drills. You see him in all these little camps. Nothing can ever prepare you for the raw instinct of what people have when they're playing a physical game of football for real. You could do all them drills. That's why I always tell kids, go play football with your friends, and then sign up and play football in the off season with real pads. And then once you figure out what you're bad at, go start doing those drills to get better at those things. Because nothing can ever there's no drill in the world that can ever prepare you for getting hit.
No,
it's nothing like it. So let's not even try. This is what this guy is failing at. And then Coach JB and them are not going to tell him this. It's not even the fact of getting popped or getting hit hard. It's the fact of I've been going all my whole life from 6-year-old to 10-year-old to 14, and now it's time to start getting hit as a 14-year-old and as a freshman, and you've been told all your whole life that you was the man, and then you got
someone becomes the man over you.
And then you got he thinks he loves. Well, I'm not going to question the kid. He's 10 years old. He loves everything at this age, but there's going to be a kid that's just his motivation level is a little higher. Like this, the one thing he looks forward to all the time. He's getting yelled at home. He's getting slapped by his mom and dad. He's getting abused. But the one thing he gets to let his frustration out on is on the football field. And that's the most dangerous dude to line up against because you do not know what they're capable of. This is not what they're going to tell him because he's in the room. This kid has got everything he wants. Chains, the offers, going to different colleges. His dad is doing a great job. That's what people were saying. His dad's doing a great job. He's getting him every opportunity to see the world through a different lens. But the privileged kid versus the kid that doesn't have anything is two totally different worlds. And that's where the aggression is going to come from.
Hey, Josh Rosen was one of them dudes, bro. But it's so freaking true, bro. Like, this kid is just not going to know what to expect. Like, I don't know what else to say. I mean, he can dominate when he's smaller. He can get into college, get into high school. Like you said, he's going to get hit. There's going to be kids. There's kids that make waves when they get into high school and they become 5 stars. Then there's kids like this where they're a 5-star before they get into high school where they become 2 stars or could become or just the potential of it.
0 stars could become a 0-star real quick. Goes.
Yeah. But that's all I got. I can't go in no more.
Yeah. Let's listen to the rest of this, man, because this is towards the end. But yeah, I encourage everybody to go back and go watch this because it's good stuff. They handled it the right way. And unlike a lot of things, people will say people are clout chasing and all this other stuff. Coach JB brought him on to ask him the tough questions and not sugarcoat. And he brought 2 real dudes. I mean, it wasn't Jeff Nadeau part of wasn't he like a crime boss family member or something like that? And you got Matt McChesney. I mean, just look at him and listen to the way he sounds. Like he's not a dude that you want to mess around with. You know what I'm saying?
That stuff right there.
Hey, Jake, one thing we haven't seen is the public eye hasn't seen Baby Gronk's mama. And do you involve her at all? Is she involved? Is she supportive of the football and the athletic side?
She chooses not to be on the internet. Her mom's a teacher for 30 years. It's a good family. They're all Aggies. Normal life. I'm sorry that everybody feels a certain way about a 10-year-old kid. I mean, damn, if I see another kid, hey, good luck, kid.
It doesn't have anything to do with the kid.
It does, though. You'll be surprised, though. You got to do some more research. A lot of kids.
Now you're telling me how I feel and I need to do more research?
No,
okay.
I'm talking about there is jealousy, man. There is jealousy.
There's no doubt about that. But I don't think that the majority of adults out here that don't have a kid that you're playing against or, like at a youth game. And you also said something that also gets in my crawl. Youth camps don't do anything. Really?
No, they're not looking at the kids because they're so young, dude. Like they can't offer.
Mike, this is my point, bro. You're contradicting yourself. There's no actual college football out here, legitimate college football coach.
I know that.
You're bringing up people that I know personally. Coach Popo at Arizona. That's the tight end coach you're talking about.
Yeah.
You said he offered your kid. You didn't know his name. So if you're telling me that those grown men are actually out here offering your son verbally,
that's one thing, bro. What I'm saying to you, dude, is I know what you're saying. They're not offering these young kids, right? But in 7th grade, that's when they can. They've told me before. I know that. I told everybody. It's just we go to visit, we take photo shoots, and we post. That's it. However you feel about that is how you feel.
Let me ask you this: Are you asking them to come, or are they asking you to come?
I ask.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. I grind, bro. That's my hustle, dude.
Yeah, and no one's knocking that.
So I mean, damn, bro. I DM everybody. That's how I work, bro. The agents, the PRs, they're emailing everybody about their client. Hey, I got this guy. He's good fit for this.
Let me ask you one last question because you said you work with how many kids did you say you work with to help?
200.
200. Do you work for the other 199 the same way you work for your boy?
I train their parents on how to run social media and how to get their kids exposure. I got a lot of kids that get free gloves, free water, free cleats, free merch. I got kids.
Free school.
That's why he wore the sunglasses this whole interview, bro, because he knew he'd be rolling his eyes.
I help them out, man. I put them on where they get seen. I got kids that are getting really recruited in the 7th and 8th.
Yeah, okay, but I put like 400 into college in 10 years or 12 years.
I know. I just started doing this though, man. I don't take it real
serious. I get it, but my point is, I don't bring clients in and tell the parents and the kids how to do shit. I do it and then teach them how to do it. So I'm every kid in my program, and ask Coach JB, he can back me up on this. Hey, Coach, how many times a day do I post and tag a different kid?
A lot.
200?
That's what we do.
All I'm saying is, if you're working with all these parents and children, I really hope that the other 199 are getting the same exact program that you're doing for your son.
Yeah.
Because if they're not, if I treated my kid differently in my program than I do Gage Ginther or Trey Zune or Drake Nugent or Austin Johnson or Austin Padilla.
No, he doesn't, Slay. No, he doesn't. He don't always wear sunglasses.
Or all these other freaks all over.
He has for the last week. That's it.
I wouldn't have a business.
Yeah, they get all the same treatment. I give them the game. I train them, and it's the hustle in them. How far they go. I got moms that hustle, and their kids are getting photo shoots, and their kids
They're not hiring you to teach the mom how to do it. She doesn't know how to do that shit. They're hiring you so you can do the work.
No, I don't manage their accounts, dude. I used to manage 2 accounts, but it's too much work, man. For my real life.
Reading too much into
I don't manage accounts. I give them the recipe. I got a formula, and it works.
I'm not knocking that. We're not knocking that.
What's your formula, bro?
Your formula works. Where's the proof?
Look at all the things I've done. I've gotten everywhere. You're asking me, how do you do this? People are asking me, how do you do this? I'm getting phone calls. They've watched the whole journey and know me personally. Like, damn, bro, they know you. They know your son. Y'all hell of a work. They know my kid. That's the thing. They look at the internet one way, dude, but in real life, shit, I'm doing things right as a parent because my kid is a great person, great kid, and you can't really knock them.
I'm not. I think what the 10-year-old is doing is probably on par with most other 10-year-olds.
Hey, we appreciate it.
So that was just a little clip of that. You know what I'm saying? Like it is crazy. It is crazy, but it's a good conversation.
Okay. Yeah. I'll say one last thing about it. Yeah. It is a great conversation. I don't know, Hayden and Sora. Yeah, I don't know if y'all listened to it. I'm assuming y'all probably didn't. Me and Dante kind of have jobs where we plug the headphones in and kind of work while we listen to stuff. So, but dude, this is like a movie right now. Like this is like, it's bigger than it seems, but it's even more weirder than it seems. Like this is just weird. It's weird. Especially in the world we're in, with the transfer portal, with college football and everything like that. I guess we're kind of connecting it to that, but this is super freaking weird. Like to just if you listen to the whole interview and you analyze what this dude is saying about his son and what he's saying about the business and everything, it's just very, very suspect.
Yeah, it's super suspect, man, because he falls over his words all the time. I don't really care about social media. Oh, I care. I want to make sure he's making the most money. How does a 10-year-old know that what 50 grand is versus 100 grand a year is? Like, these are the questions that need to be asked, and then they're trying to do that without embarrassing them. So if it was just him and Matt talking behind the scenes,
Matt would have ate his ass up,
bro. I would have loved to have been a fly on the wall.
To see it.
He probably would have thrown a chair at him
during that conversation.
Yeah. So, any final thoughts on this, gentleman? I mean, I think my closing thoughts are it's kind of split down the middle. I love the fact that the kid is getting everything as an athlete, the training, all that stuff. getting a little bit of the spotlight, and his dad has a lot to do with that. That's great. I mean, that shows signs of like trying to put your kid in the best position possible, especially for herself. But being this young is a very steep hill to fall from. I mean, to be completely honest with you. And that's where I have the biggest problem with all of this. It's how does a 10-year-old know the power of social media, the power of her dollar, and the power of his impact right now? What did Matt say earlier? He said you're giving venom for your kid to other kids out there. Like it doesn't paint him in the best of light.
Yeah, and for me, before I buy into the hype, I want to see how he does in high school. Because in high school, that's when his determination is going to be tested. I
want to see him play in actual tackle football.
Exactly. And high school, I'm not going to care about baby Gronk until I know what happens when the pads are actually on, when you're going 11 versus 11 in a timed football match where people have put their heart and soul on that field. That's when I'm going to fully buy into the hype or not.
Yeah. Vic, Matt McChesney did say that same thing. And this, if you go back and watch it, he does call him he said you sound like a used car salesman.
He sure did.
Yeah.
To his face too, bro. He did.
Yeah.
Bro, I was just waiting for the sunglasses to come off during the interview because that's when you know it was going to go down.